Alrighty, good evening, everybody. If you can hear me, clap once. If you can hear me, clap twice. If you can hear me, clap 3 times. Alrighty, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for attending tonight's event. My name is Caitlin White, and I am a member of the NICC Foundation Board of Directors. Tonight we celebrate you and your dedication to the NICC Community College. We value each and every one of you that is here with us tonight. It is my honor to be here to introduce Dr. Wee, but before we bring him up here, I have a couple things I would like to mention first. As you probably noticed on your way in, there were name tags and colorful ribbons at the registration table. I would like to take a moment to explain the meaning behind each of the colors. The white ribbon is for donors, gold is for members of the President's Circle, navy blue is for Foundation Board members, red is for members of the Board of Trustees, purple is for members of the Legacy Society, navy blue is for proud alumni, teal is for host of an endowed scholarship, light blue is for host of an annual scholarship, and black is for members of the NICC Hall of Fame. If you have questions about the meaning behind any of the colors, feel free to stop a Foundation Board member tonight. Now, without further ado, it is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Wee, wherever he's at in the room. I haven't seen him in a little bit. But I would like to introduce Dr. Wee, President of Northeast Iowa Community College, to share some more information with you about the college and its students. So please join me in a warm welcome to Dr. Wee.
I can't lie. I am so excited to see people. It's been a rough year. Truly. I mean, I've told some of you how much seeing you lifts me today. And this has been a challenging year for all of us. And it really reminds me of how important it is that what we do best is when we do it together. So allow me first to say, I miss you. I really do. I miss you. Thank you for coming. Allow me to just share a few things about the college. I just want to say that I am so proud of my colleagues. It has been a challenging year. As you know, the students we work with, many of them are very vulnerable. And I'm so proud of my colleagues during this challenging time, extending their hearts and soul to our students. I wish they could be here so that you can see them. Just saying proud of them is not enough. You know, I love them very much because on our behalf, they love so many people every day. And I can tell you that we have not forgotten of our mission, and I'm going to talk about that, and you will see why I say what I say. During this year, we adapted, we improvised, and we overcame many things. And I want to say that brighter days are ahead. And we are able to do that not only on our own, but with you. You know, we are a college of the community, and you are our community. You help us lift people every day. Let me talk about our mission a little bit. There are 3 things that we aim to do every day. And one of them is improving lives. I still remember near the end of March last year when we had to convert to remote learning. We held on, I can tell you that. We were one of the last colleges to go remote because we knew how important it was for people to be with us. And Sunday night, I was talking to a group of our K-12 superintendents in Northeast Iowa, and just like me, they held on. And Monday, we said, okay, we're going to go back and do the same thing we've been doing all along. And then the governor came on while we were meeting and said, no, you're not. That night, we had to switch. And so our K-12 partners and us, that night, we switched. And we were able to do that because of our colleagues. And we knew then that our student needed to be taken care of. It is not that easy to just say, let's go remote learning. Because for some of our students, they're not able to do that. Over 100 of my colleagues call all our students, call every one of them, to find out if they have the technology to do it. If they didn't, we provided the technology. We found out if they had lost their job. If they had, could they pay rent? How is their internet at home? I want you to know that that's how we improve lives. Not just inside the classroom, but also to take care of them outside of the classroom. And you allow us to do that. As of today, we have appropriated at least $1.8 million to help those students. So on their behalf, I want to say thank you. And our work is not done. Nowadays, we ask more probing questions of our students, not because we're nosy, because we want to find out what stands in their way of education. We can talk about accessibility, we can talk about affordability, but if we don't know our students, how do we actually make that come through for them? So I promise you, part of our mission is to improve lives, and one way to improve lives is to know how they live their lives. And you allow us to do that. Second of our mission is we help to drive business success. And I'm very glad that sitting right in front of me is Rick Dickinson of GDDC. And we partner with you a lot during this past year. We found out very, very early on that many of our businesses didn't know how to navigate some of the processes to get funding, to get on grants. And we started the helpline. You took some calls too, many of them. And up to today, we still did that. And it's to help our businesses. In Northeast Iowa, we found out that we have at least 7,000 businesses. We're not even scratching the surface of serving all of them. So I promise you, during and especially after COVID, we're going to be partnering with GDDC, the foundation, the city, and anybody else who want to partner with us. We're going to make sure that those businesses are taken care of, because many of them are locally owned. And they have been here for many generations. They are our friends, our neighbors, and we need them. So that's the second part of our mission. Third of our mission is advancing community vitality. Driving in our district, I don't do that much anymore because of COVID, but I can tell you the last few weeks, I have seen our farmers. They're just chomping at the bits to be out there. They're planting right now. And I want you to know, this is one of those areas we support year in and year out. And that is through our National Education Center for Agricultural Safety, called NECAS. I don't know if you know, we have this center. It's the only one in Iowa. And year in and year out, what we do is we go out and we help farmers to be safe. And we actually train fire departments and other first responder, if something were to happen on a farm, how to do the rescue. As of today, we have gone to 27 states. We have gone to Canada and served several provinces there. Over 150 fire departments. And as of today, 23 lives in the United States were saved because of the training. If you don't know, agriculture is next in line as the next most dangerous profession after mining. And all of us get to enjoy the food that's produced by our farmer. Our goal is never to have anybody trapped in a grain bin, for example. But if it were to happen, I want their local fire department to know how to rescue them. And as of today, 23 came out alive. And one of them was a child younger than 10 years old. So I want you to know, when I talk about community vitality, it's not just in Iowa. Community vitality is every community that has a farming community. We will be there. So my colleagues are out there with a trailer. So those are the three major pieces of our mission during COVID. We have not lost our focus. Improve lives, drive business success, enhance community vitality. Going forward, what can you expect from your community college? Number one, technology, technology, technology. We realize how much technology has changed, how we have used it to teach, but at the same time, how technology has shaped our industry. You might have heard within the last 2 weeks that we are partnering with the University of Dubuque, the Dubuque Airport, and this fall we are launching the Avionic Technician Program. The tri-state area is prime for this. So again, improving lives, driving business success, enhancing community vitality. That program, I can tell you, is going to be amazing. And I want to say thank you to the airport because we will get to use the facility. How awesome is it to have a new student walking into the airport and see planes taking off and landing and know that he or she will get to fix that plane? I am just so excited. I won't be fixing it, but I am going to know that I'm going to get on a plane that is safe because our students are going to be trained well. And the next thing we're going to look forward to is, because of COVID, we are going to be looking at even more ways of making people come to us in an easier way. So we're looking at the different paths for people to have education through NICC. We have 2 programs right now that will be going competency-based. What does that mean? That means the 16-week semester will go away for those 2 programs. We have people who come in with skills, and we will take that skill and allow them to progress as fast as they want. That means they can finish the program quicker when they have the competence. That means we can get them out into the workforce quicker. Our veterans, for example, we're excited because many of them come to us with skills. We are the first and only community college in Iowa that has translated all the different levels of the military skill set into our credit program. That means anybody, any veterans, any men and women in the military service walk through our doors, we know what level they are, what skill they have. We can basically tell them what credits they already earn. Isn't that exciting? And third, definitely support our students to make it accessible. And so on behalf of my student, I want to say thank you for your generosity. This will never go away. 89% of our student who receives aid from us. They stay with us. 89%. And it's not easy if you know that we do not have the minimum requirement for anybody to walk through our doors. You may not know this. Community college, like us, we have no requirements. You can walk through our door without a high school diploma and we will work with you. I have seen personally somebody who walked through our doors who could not read or write. And he ended up with a high school diploma. And he ended up with an accounting degree. And he was doing Texas. I don't know about you, but that gets me every time. I can't wait to go to work every day because of people like that. And we are able to do that because you allow us to do that. 85% of the students we serve work, live, play, and learn in the 5,000 square miles we call home in Northeast Iowa. When you work with us, you're working with people right here. And on your behalf, we serve them. I want to close by borrowing what Mr. Fred Rogers would do at the end of his show. And I think it's very appropriate. So allow me to appropriate his words. You have made this day a special day by just your being you. There is no person in the whole world like you. And I like you, just the way you are. Thank you very much for coming. And now it's my pleasure to introduce you to a student who is so awesome, and that word is inadequate. Every time I see her, it makes my heart good. My blood pressure goes up, and that's all good, because that's good blood pressure. Jenna Carey.
Well, thank you, Dr. Wee. Good evening. It is truly a pleasure and an honor to be here tonight. So my name is Jenna Carrick, and I'm a current NICC student. I am what you would call non-traditional. I'm working on my Associates of Arts Psychology major. I will be transferring to Loras and continuing on for my bachelor's in psychology and a minor in neuroscience. My background basically involves me being married 21 years, actually, of last month. And for 14 years of that life, I was at home. I was tending to the house, to the children, what you would call, I guess, a stay-at-home mom. And my husband was a railroader. So he worked 2 or 3 days at a time. He was maybe home for 12, 16 hours, and then he'd go back out for 3 days. So it was very important for our livelihood that the balance and the stability was there. And community service was my way of being able to have my avenue out of the house. I was able to maybe not have a career or a job, but I had my ways of helping, getting out of the house and making a difference. I have also instilled that in my children. So on Thanksgiving, instead of them getting a home-cooked meal, they got to go serve a home-cooked meal. On March 14th, 2014, that date changed our lives forever. We were led down a new path and new obstacles. My husband reported to work in the morning, and by the afternoon, we received a phone call that he was in the hospital and there had been a railroad accident. It was small errors made by really hard workers that left him permanently disabled, left him without a career, and left our family without a home. After 5 surgeries with his spine, hip, shoulder, a few others, and a traumatic brain injury, severe PTSD, we had to navigate a new world we had never known. I had my first realization. Okay, so I'm the breadwinner now. I got to figure this out. I got to figure out, family of 5, how do I do this? You know, he was skilled. He had a trade. I don't. I didn't feel like I had anything. So pretty quickly, I realized after looking for jobs, my lack of experience, my ability to not have a work history was leaving me with minimum wage, maybe just a little above, and not able to provide. We sold property, we sold vehicles, we made big changes that we could, and all in the process trying to keep stability for our children, trying to keep some sort of security in the chaos. Here comes my second realization. I need to get educated. I need a piece of paper. I need to find a way to get a career and not just a job. I can't just put food on the table. I need to be able to know that the food's going to continue to be put on the table. My third realization became that driving force. I need to not just get a career, I need to be able to help others while I'm helping us, or while I'm helping our family. I decided to pursue psychology and neuroscience to better help those that are affected by traumatic brain injury and PTSD, specifically the children of these families that have parents and caregivers affected. I want to be able to help get them support. I had a conversation with my son, and he convinced me to go to NICC and register with him. He said, "Mom, just start today. Start today." He said, "We don't need to wait till tomorrow." I walked in that door. I felt supported. They sat me from one chair to another. They walked me right into offices and said, "Here's opportunity. Which direction do you want to go?" I never once felt that I didn't have an option. I had career goals. I knew, okay, I want to start maybe my own foundation, maybe a center. I need to help these people, but I need to do it so that we can heal as a family. I knew what I needed to do, but I kept thinking to myself, it's out of reach. How can I make a difference? How am I really going to make a difference? I mean, I'm just me. Now comes the part where you all come in. I am a grateful recipient of a few grants and scholarships. The Gantz Foundation Pepsi-Cola Scholarship, the TRIO SSS grant, the Summer 2020 Tuition Scholarship, and there's a couple more. My son is also a gracious recipient, and this allowed me to see those roadblocks that were ahead of me be removed. The one thing that was in my way of getting this education was the fact that I didn't know how to pursue this. I didn't know what my options were. I was able to become a member of TRIO SSS. I was able to join our student life program called Impact. And I was able to learn that my educational goals they're there. And I just needed to find a path. I just needed to keep reaching for them. I just needed to keep getting pushed. I was then nominated for the Lifting Students Higher Organization Board. This is an organization that helps us have donations that we as students can make decisions to fund other students that are in need of assistance. Students that need this assistance, maybe supplies or textbooks, maybe job interview that they need an outfit for. Maybe they have clinicals they need to do scrubs for. There's so many things that come up. And as a student, I listened to my peers and I heard them. And I kind of felt, oh, I wish I could do something. Today I can. I can say I can help you. Apply here. I hear them talk, and my philanthropic mindset wanted to assist. LSH gave us the opportunity to find, like myself and other students, the ability to reach out and say, we can help you. It helps us with the needs of our students that are applying, and it helps us as the students on the board to develop our leadership and growth, help us increase our capacity of critical thinking, help us reach those philanthropic goals, all while teaching us our educational goals are just as important, and we can also meet those. Most importantly, I learned the biggest lesson of all. We are making a difference, and I am really making a difference. I no longer wake up and ask myself that question. Because of these grants and scholarships, education isn't just a dream to many of us students. It's an actual goal we are reaching for. And I want to deliver a heartfelt thank you on behalf of the LSH organization and on behalf of the student body of NICC. I want to let you know that because of everyone here tonight, we are reaching those goals and we are making a difference. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jenna, for sharing your story with us. That was very touching. Thank you, Dr. Wee, for getting up here and sharing a little bit of information about the college and what's going on, keeping us informed. Thank you to the Hotel Julian and their staff for hosting us tonight and for the staff for working this event. Thank you all for being here. Almost missed that, the most important piece. Thank you for showing up tonight, for all that you do for the students of NICC and just being out here to support tonight. Before you leave, if you could share your name tags or give your name tags back to one of the members working tonight, we would really appreciate that. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your evening. Feel free to stick around and mingle a bit. And I am told that it is Ronnie Bergfeld's birthday. So if we could give a quick toast to Ronnie, that would be fantastic. She's sitting right over at the table over there. But thank you all again for coming tonight. Safe travels home and enjoy the rest of your evening.